Hi, my name is Suzanne Lyle and I'm the Head of Visual Arts at the Arts Council of Northern Ireland. The Arts Council of Northern Ireland has opened a range of funding programmes to support the work of individual artists. The schemes are part of the Support for Individual Artists programme, and that provides support to individual artists working across all art forms, both at home and internationally, and at different stages of their career. The aim of the overall programme is to support artists across the disciplines to create work and develop their practice. Broadly, awards can be for specific projects, specialised research, or personal artistic development. There are 3 schemes open at the moment. There's a closing date at the end of August. These awards are the General Art Awards, the Artist Career Enhancement Scheme, and the Artist International Development Fund. The General Art Awards can be for specific projects, specialised research, personal artistic development, and certain materials and equipment. And they're hopefully generally helpful to people in developing a new body of work in the year ahead. The Artist Career Enhancement Scheme is open to the end of the month, but there was a cut-off point with that one to talk to us about making an application. So if you're coming to this afresh, that's maybe not one to look at for this year. But if you've already talked to us, please continue and you can make your application by the end of the month. The Artists International Development Fund is an annual programme jointly funded by the British Council and the Arts Council of Northern Ireland, and it's open to individual artists and organisations. The programme will support early stage international development opportunities for individual, freelance and self-employed artists and organisations based in Northern Ireland. With all the grants, we welcome applications from artists of all disciplines and in all types of working practice who have made a contribution to artistic activities in Northern Ireland for a minimum period of 1 year within the last 5 years. In a limited number of cases, individual technical staff or administrators of professional artistic companies may also be eligible. Employees of statutory bodies, undergraduates and postgraduates are eligible to apply, but must prove that the funds that they're seeking are for work or costs which are not properly the concern of their employer and are not related to their work or academic study. And there's various ways in which you need to evidence that, and you'll see further details in the guidance notes. The different awards offer different things, but with the General Art Awards, for example, that's for project assistance. So it's things like art materials. It could be buying time for your own practice or the creation of new work. It could be artistic or technical fees, including those towards production or post-production costs associated with presentation or exhibition of work. If you're a visual artist, that could be framing. It could be professional fees for somebody to help you with something. You could also consider elements like venue hire, such as rehearsal space, if you are working on new productions. You can include things like travel costs, including mileage costs. You can put in subsistence costs if you're working away from your usual place of work. And 2 elements that people consider are technical equipment and IT equipment. Please have a look at the guidance notes. There are restrictions on how much you can ask for in financial terms. Equipment requests cannot comprise more than 50% of the value of your request, and the same is true for IT equipment. So have a look at that and see if that's relevant to you. A maximum contribution of £1,200 will be made towards laptops, PCs, and £500 towards tablet computers. If you're including equipment of any sort, please do make a justification of it in the application. Type a few sentences to say why the equipment is necessary for the project and appropriate for your needs. When buying equipment, why is it more appropriate than hiring? And what are your plans for continued use of the asset after the end of the project? Have a look at the guidance notes for further details. In applying for awards, you must apply using our online system. We will not accept applications by hard copy or email. You'll find a link to apply on the Support for the Individual Artist programme webpage. It's important to remember that all documentation associated with the application needs to be submitted at the same time as the application. These are the mandatory enclosures, and they're listed on the attachments page with the online application, and they're detailed in the guidance notes. So that's things like your history of artistic practice, maybe images of your work, or documents showing text in some way. So don't forget the attachments that you absolutely have to put in with it. Please ensure that you leave sufficient time to upload all documents to the system, because when the deadline is approaching and we get to very close to that, there may be hundreds of people trying to submit to the system at the same time. It will shut at 12 noon precisely on the closing date, and your complete application needs to be on the system. It won't be accepted after that. If you submit your application by the closing deadline, you will receive an automated email advising you that your application has been successfully submitted. If you don't receive that email, your application has not been fully submitted on the system. The deadline to apply for the awards that are currently open is 12 noon on the 30th of August. Please do have a look at the guidance notes on the website. They should help you through a lot of what you need to know about making an application. If you require guidance notes in large print or other accessible formats, please contact us at the Arts Council. If you have a disability which affects your ability to complete the online application form, please contact the University of Atypical, who provide tailored advice and support when submitting applications to ACNI programs. If you would like to speak to an art form officer about your application, please visit our contact page and find an appropriate art form officer.